Hello, it's James from JRTBs. It's May 22nd. In my little honey house that I built several years ago. You can see the apiary back there. Yeah, the honey house is kind of small. Anyway, I was in the colonies all afternoon. I went through every colony and ended up pulling off 3 full supers, all capped right here, and they're quickly running out of room, so I need to get these extracted tonight. It's only about 6 o'clock, so hopefully I can get this done before it gets too late. But I figured I'd take you along on a couple frames and just show you my setup. It's nothing special. Basically use this for decapping and uncapping, and got a honey gate on it and a simple 2-frame extractor. I've grown a lot in the last couple of years, so I'm probably gonna have to get something bigger soon, but I wanted to show you how I did this. It's an old like cutting board at the bottom. It's really heavy, and I have it screwed to it, which helps with the shake and stabilize it, and then it also helps when I tip it forward to dump it out of the honey gate into the bucket. And you can see all the bees up in the window. That was nothing. There was so many more. I use a little Ryobi shop vac, and it's powerful enough to suck the bees up without hurting them, and I suck them all up and go to the door, open it up, and let them all go, and they fly home. Works pretty good. But I don't know what this is called, but this is about my favorite uncapping tool. And then you got the scratcher and the cold knife, and I always have a bucket of water to keep things clean. And this one kind of ripped open already when I pulled it out. I'm also going to check this with the refractometer and see where it is. But I like to, with this tool, you just pull up. Works really good for me anyway. This is really light honey. I haven't tasted it yet. And it's 78 degrees in here now. Warmer the better. It makes the honey flow better. It'll probably drop before the end of the night. And then if I have to run heat in here, but it's good to have it at least 70 and above. And whatever you don't get with that tool, I just scratch it open with the scratcher. Bees stuck on there. And then I always flip them over. That gets it running the other direction so it doesn't drip everywhere. Get one in there. Grab another frame. This one's not as heavy. So this one's only capped on one side. I'm kind of drawn out on this side. So I'm just gonna leave this one, put it back in, let them finish it up. I'll probably center it when I put them back in. There's still a few bees hanging out. Let's see, that's like 95% capped. I would take them even when this is uncapped, because it's close to being capped. But we'll check it on a refractometer in a minute and see what it's at. But this tool works really well. But I can use the knife too. Anything fat, anything sticking out fat, I'll use that knife. But this is really pretty quick for me. Yeah, let's try the knife on this side. I usually go up first a little. And right down. Yeah, the middle is a little bit concaved. Scratch the middle a little bit. First honey of 2023. Got a bee crawling up my leg. Alright, I always like to get the stickiness off before I start spinning and touching everything. Let me bring you over here. Just 2 frames in there, and you got to spin them one direction and then flip them around and spin them the other direction. It gets a little loud, but I usually just start off slow, get it going. It's a little dangerous with the wheel spinning. But you can see it's all spinning out and stuck on the sides. So now just simply flip these over. Now that they're lighter, it's only like half the weight in them. I can go a little faster now for this side. Really get it going. See, it really shakes a little bit. It's not bad. I'll just go back and go the other way. And this is made by Vingli, Vingli. I bought it off Amazon. And I'll just go back one more time. I mean, I can feel them, they're really light now. Just to make sure I get every drop of that honey. Just go back the other way once. And that's it. These are empty. Ready to go back on the hive. I put them on wet. And all my hives right now have 2 supers on them. And this is the 3rd super that I pulled off, so I'll put it back on underneath the other 2 supers. So I'll pull those 2 off and put this empty right over top of the brood. And it's ready to go, ready to use. So I'm hoping that will give them the feeling that there's room, and we really need a place for them to store some honey, because the brood nests are getting packed with honey because there's nowhere for them to put it. So let me back you up here a minute. This is what I do for this, and grab a screwdriver. See the first honey come out. Use this piece of plastic, AZAC. You slide that out a little. This just fits right underneath. Make sure you can see. There's a bee. Dead bee. pretty thick. I could have spun out 2 more frames in there before I emptied it, but for the video I wanted to show some fresh honey coming out. So now we'll see what the refractometer says. Just need a little drop of honey. Just put a little drop on there. Look up in the light. Wow. And I did recalibrate this with olive oil, so it's accurate. And wow, this honey is 15%. That's why it's so thick. That's really, they got that dried down really, really good. It's actually 14.5%. I've never had honey. It's usually around 17 to 18. 19 is acceptable. 20 is a little too wet. You don't want to sell 20. But yeah, it's 14.5. Huh. That's good. So hopefully it's all like that. And I'll spin the rest of this out tonight. And at lunchtime tomorrow, I will get them back on. I have them marked with tape which hives they came off of. I'm going to put them right back on the same hives because they really need that space. Let me see what it tastes like. Yep, that's good. That's spring honey. Really sweet. Tastes like flowers. I'll take it. All right. Good luck with your honey. Hopefully your swarms. I did make a couple other videos today that I'll be posting probably before this video on some of the updates and stuff on all the other hives and what I found today. Did find some new queens, marked them red, and found a virgin queen. Didn't mark her yet, she's not mated. And I have several hives right now that there is no queen, and I didn't see virgin queens, so I have to keep a good watchful eye on them and make sure they get queens. All right, have a good night. Talk to you soon.